Hi, my name is Sil, and this is my 5,000 subscriber Q&A. While I'm not very thankful for a lot in life, I do have very special thanks to every one of you who subscribe to my channel. I don't have anything super special for this, so I thought I'd take the time to answer some of your burning questions. Without further ado, let's do it. What are your favourite Undertale and Deltarune fan games? It really depends on how I look at things. I'm a huge fan of Icebound, mostly because of the visuals and how the team handled critique of the game. Limelight is a close second, and Undertale in third. These are not all of my favourite fan games, but if I were to list them all, I would be so biased at the very end. What do you think about chips as a whole? See, in England, we have a very different definition for that, but since my audience is mostly foreign and abiding by American terms, I'll go with these. I've been very interested in looking up videos on how they're made, and I understand the comedic factor of them sometimes. Just look at that, look at him go! I mean, come on. Angry Sans is mad you ate his Cheetos. Isn't that funny? What drives you and motivates you to continue your journey on YouTube? Knowing that there's always someone out there to prove wrong. You know who you are. What keyboard do you use? I use the SteelSeries Apex 7 keyboard. You can get these with a selection of switches, but I chose red simply because it's the smoothest and I don't want to keep people up at night with the clickety-clackety noises. How did you get into Undertale and Deltarune? Undertale has obviously been around for a long time prior to my debut, but I was once introduced to Deltarune because someone was playing it in my class in 2019. At first I brushed it off as balderdash, boring, disgraceful. But then that same winter, I bought Undertale during the sale on Steam, and after completing that, I downloaded Deltarune and the rest is history. How did you get into programming? When I was 11 or 12 years old, I learned how to use Scratch and made some of the sample projects with it. Then I made some recreations, and then I learned how to mod in C#. I used the video game Terraria as my modding basis, and not long after that I learned how to use GameMaker. This was around the same time I learned how to use Unity, and yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff. But you can thank my IT teacher for that. Actually, you can't because the school shut down. Huh. Why do you challenge run, and do you think it's a good alternative to speedrunning? Well, I kind of see them as the same thing. The goal of a speedrun is to go as fast as possible, hoping to achieve the world record, and if you're committed enough, break an hour or minute barrier. I challenge run for the simple premise of testing my skill and thinking processes, while harnessing some of my former speedrun skill into it too. After all, some challenges are better done fast, such as no-hit genocide. I would say it's an alternative to speedrunning if you're bored and looking for better ways to break the games you play, but that's entirely my opinion. What time is it for you? It is currently 10:16 AM as I record this. Would you? Who took your Scooby snacks? What is a challenge that you have done that you consider the easiest? That would be Chapter 3 Weather Duo no-hit. I almost no-hit it on my first try, and the attacks were very intuitive. If you're looking for a place to start, I recommend that or one of the beginner challenges in UDCC. There are a lot. Any favourite shows or series? Oh boy. The Big Bang Theory, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Simpsons, Family Guy, despite its offensive track record, and a couple of old 80s British TV shows. I didn't watch much TV growing up, so it's a surprise that my selection would be from some of the more iconic titles. What was your favourite fan game to challenge run? I don't really have an answer for that. It's probably a tie between Undertale, Distrust 2, and Disbelief Papyrus. That's not one of the fan games I remember challenge running. I don't know though, I don't really have a top favourite. What is your best thumbnail? I like all of them, but I'm gonna have to go with this one. What is your favourite video on your channel? The Disbelief video, simply because that's one of the first which I've done descriptive writing on. Disbelief All Achievements is also another, and I also like Series 8 and 9 of Happy Wheels Damageless. Anything that looks amazing when I play it back, I like it, because it looks cool. Your most bizarre fan game you have played? Is it not obvious? Have you ever thought of not being able to do a challenge? There are plenty of challenges that I know I cannot cope with, so yes, I have had that feeling many times. Have you ever given up on a challenge? Harry LTS's hard mode Sans no-hit was just not going to happen because attack 4 gave me a brain aneurysm trying to figure out the pattern. Undertale Last Breath Phase 1 no-hit is just straight up impossible. Undertale Rejuvenation 2 and 3 are very jank. Triple Jevil no item is TAS only, and I could go on and on, but we'd be here all day. What is your favorite food? Hey, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be in here. This is my secret stash. No peeking. That's right. Any other hobbies aside from YouTube and challenges? Have you browsed any of my other social media? How do you get your ideas? Unique ideas are really hard to come by. What I tend to do is look at other works and derive from them. Under Creator came from Super Mario Maker, Sill's collection of things came from my Undertale engine, and Siblings Redemption came from Genocide Asgore Remake. It's not really good advice, but I'd say try a recreation and go outwards from there. After all, everything unique has been in the works secretly for years. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games, all of the games, but no games? Alright, I can take a hint. Would you send me a single cheesy french fry with 3.4 grams of salt, fried by 63.5678 seconds in a small home fryer on February 27th, 2025 at 3:46 AM in Venezuela's time zone in Caracas? Go to your local supermarket and do it that way. Trust me, it's a lot better when you make it yourself. What are some tips you would give to people getting into game development? Never be afraid to experiment. You have no idea what you are capable of coming up with. What's your opinion on Undertale AUs outside of fan games? Some are okay, but I find most of them weird. Did you have any other ideas for YouTube names? I had plenty, but I decided Sill because it was quick, simple, and visible. Oh. Wait. Pancakes or waffles? Why not both? Could you do a segmented no-hit of a true pacifist route? Easily, but I don't take shortcuts. Sorry. Since the beginning of your YouTube channel, including the old ones, what lessons did you learn the most during your journey? Don't cheat, don't pretend to be something that you're not, and always care for yourself. The very last one I have still yet to work on because I have no sense in my head whatsoever. What is the meaning of life? There are multiple meanings. I would use a dictionary. How do I get better at Undertale fan games? While I don't really have a good route for trying to get better, try and pick some shorter fights first. Seriously, trying to no-hit Bad Time Trio after you no-hit, this. How did you come up with the name Sill Gaming? I just took part of my old username and used that. Seriously. I'm very unoriginal. Does Salty Lily play for you while you take credit? Yes, it's true. I've been called out. I cannot play Undertale to save my life, so instead of playing the game, Salty Lily plays for me instead. I know, it's a real dream situation. Someone get Tommy in it on the phone because we got drama. Woohoo! That's not really true. It was just labeled as a joke, so I thought I'd play along with that. Out of every hard achievement you've done, which one did you enjoy the most? It's a tie between Shanghai-vania and Disbelief Papyrus. While Disbelief can be jank at times, at least it's more playable than something like FDY or ULB. And Shanghai-vania is just precision. Need I say more? What is your favourite Sill's collection of things fight? Metaton Neo. It's the most canon fight I've ever made, and I think it goes with Metaton character pretty well. The others are either just random or takes that I thought would work well. I'll leave you to be the judge of that. Can you play Last Breath Sans? What was your favorite no-hit challenge? In terms of satisfaction, it is Alpha Chef no-hit. Just kidding. I like all of them, though I think the higher level ones that are either Elite or Mythic in UDCC are the best. What was a no-hit you are the most glad to have finished? Distrust 2 Phase 1 no-hit. The outburst I had in that moment was one of the most exhilarating times of my life. A year of progress finally leading to a spectacular result. I burst into tears after it because I sacrificed so much just to do it, and I thought it was all over from there. But as you can tell now, it wasn't. Are you going to try and no-hit the official Last Breath scrap version? We will see. I'm not really comfortable going back to the OG Last Breath because it still has some of its flaws from Legacy. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And with that, that is my 5,000 subscriber Q&A. Thank you guys again for over 5,000 subscribers. It really means a lot. I didn't think I was going to get there by the end of this year, but hey, here we are. And with that, I have to sharpen my sword and fight a skeleton. See you later.